As the sun shines on all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. What was I so afraid of?
Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to Loc's Lifestyle. Welcome back to another video. So today I am back with another quick and easy lock tutorial. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to be doing a braid out, and I'm starting off with freshly washed hair. This is going to be the perfect style for like in between retwist, or just an easy style for after you wash your locks. So before we get into the actual style, since I just washed my hair, we're going to start off with a little maintenance. So I'm going to start off with using these biotin stimulating drops from Style Factor. And this stuff does kind of foam up a little bit, but it does go away. So I normally apply this along my hairline and just kind of throughout my scalp, and I massage it in. But again, it does foam. So if y'all see any like foamy stuff later on in the video, it's not soap, it's these foaming drops. Next, I'm going to oil my scalp and moisturize my locks, and I'm using some Jamaican black castor oil today, and I'm just squeezing it into my locks. If you watch any of my maintenance or styling videos, you guys know the routine. So next, I'm going to split my hair from ear to ear, and then for the front section, I put into just 2 buns to get them out the way. Alright, so again, we're doing a braid out, and so when I was filming this, it was late at night, and I actually had a flight to catch the next day, and I really did not feel like sitting there and doing a bunch of individual braids. So I was trying to figure out how to do the least amount of braids and get the most definition. So I decided to do like 2 rows of cornrows. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm just taking that first section and braiding it down into a cornrow. I'm also doing like a real slight retwist as I braid it down. This isn't necessary, but I just prefer to do it because whenever I braid my locks, when I have really loose roots, if I don't kind of tame the roots a little bit, they'll get kind of stuck and tangled together. So I'm also doing a slight retwist as I braid, but nothing too serious. And so I'm just going to braid down to the end, and then with locks it's hard to get all the way down to the bottom, so I braid as far as I can, and then I secure it with a rubber band. And I don't like how it looks when you leave the tip straight, so I'm gonna go in with some flexi rods. These are the ones that I'm using. They're the really tiny ones, and I'm just going to roll those ends as much as possible. Now this is not going to create like a super spirally curl ringlet, but it just makes the ends not be like just straight with the rest of the hair kind of crinkly, if that makes sense. It just gives it like a little slight bump so it doesn't look, you know, just too straight. So now I'm just going to repeat that same process, and I did a total of 4 braids in the back of my head. So for the top half of my head, I'm going to do 6 braids instead of 4, and I'm also going to do a soft retwist on my hairline using my Loc Booster Loctician Gold. This is completely optional. You can still get this same look without retwisting it, but again, I was going out of town, and yeah, I didn't want to have to be out there applying a bunch of products trying to smooth my edges down, because I do like to lay my edges. So again, preference, you don't have to do this to get this look, but I did do it. So again, I'm doing a soft retwist, and then I'm just going to braid and do the exact same process. Very easy. And y'all, the braids do not have to be perfect, so if you are not the best braider, that is okay. I would recommend trying to keep the braids like similar in size, but even then that doesn't really matter. Like, in order to not have to do too many braids at the top of my head, I did do like kind of one smaller braid compared to the other ones, and in the end it's still gonna render the same outcome. So yeah. And here is what it's looking like after all of the braids and rollers are in my head. Now I'm gonna go in with my Nairobi setting foam, and honestly I would recommend like applying this in sections when you're actually braiding, but I forgot to do that. So now I'm just applying it, just over the braids, just to kind of make sure that everything is set, and I'll also make sure to apply it onto the rollers as well. So depending on how wet your hair is before you braid it down, and if you want to like wear your braid out sooner rather than later, I would recommend sitting under the dryer to speed up the drying process. But since I'm gonna be traveling, I decided to just keep my braids in until I made it to my destination. So right now I'm just tying my hair down, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I was tired. And then the next morning though, before I got on my flight, I did go ahead and just kind of blow dry them just to kind of ensure that they were properly drying. So I braided my hair Wednesday night. I had a flight Thursday afternoon, and I didn't land until almost midnight. So I just kept them in until Friday morning. So here we are, Friday morning, just a rough estimate. I kept the braids in for about 36 hours, and by that time they were dry. So now I'm just going in with some oil. I'm going to oil my scalp, and then I'm going to oil my hands and begin the takedown process. So I just pop the rubber band and then just unravel the braid. And y'all, I apologize for the lighting. The lighting in my Airbnb wasn't the best, and this bathroom lighting was so yellow, but y'all, I just gotta deal with what I got. So yeah, I'm just taking the braids down, nothing too intricate. And then once all of the braids are out, I'm just going to kind of rake my fingers through them, shake my hair a little bit just to give it a more relaxed look. But all in all, I really like this method for doing my braid outs. It was relatively quick to do. I did 10 cornrows compared to doing like a bunch of individual braids. And in the end, it gave me a lot of definition. So now I'm just touching up my edges using my Style Factor Edge Booster. Y'all know the routine. So I'm just playing with it, trying to see if I like it better in a side part, middle part, what have you. And honestly, I feel like braid outs look better after a few days once they kind of drop a little bit. And so yeah, I wasn't I like the definition, but something about it just wasn't feeling like me. So I decided to put it up in like an updo. So I just did like a side bang, and then I also left some locks out around my perimeter to just kind of fall down, and then I put the rest of it up in just like a messy bun. Nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. Like I wanted the definition of my braid out to still be seen, but yeah, I just kind of liked it in this messy updo. This is more my vibe if you are familiar with some of my favorite hairstyles. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this look. I love the definition and I love the little style that I put it in afterwards. I wore this braid out for about a week and a half, and I probably could have let it go longer, but I ended up washing my hair for another look that I wanted to do. But this is how it looks after a week, and so I like to wear it down once it starts to look like this. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all of my social media platforms, and I'll see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye.